this is where, Eat by Design is unique. We are not necessarily advising you to eat a low carbohydrate diet, although I will say for most people, based on their goals and their output activity-wise, their best form of Eat by Design is a low carb version. All right, so let me explain. Carbohydrate are a fuel source. They're a macronutrient. They're not as satiating as protein, which we talked about. When they come in whole food sources, they can be a good source of energy. But what happens is when we're getting lots and lots and lots and lots of energy, but we're not expending lots and lots and lots and lots of energy, then we end up with a storage problem, okay? And that storage problem ends up as what we know as fat. And when that fat starts to become too much, then it starts to become not just fat on our body peripherally, but also around our organs. And then we start to end up with, issues with blood sugar regulation and so on. So carbohydrates are not evil and they're not bad. And if you have a highly active lifestyle, you don't have a body fat level that is indicative of maybe some metabolism problems or blood sugar regulation issues, then you can eat carbohydrates, and you can eat them mostly where I would advise is around your workouts or more in the fibrous type, like vegetables and things like that. Not a problem. As an example, tonight I worked out, and then afterwards I had some sweet potatoes. Okay, it's kind of give you an example of how that unfolds. But if your goal is body fat reduction, if your goal is weight loss, you would do best to be on a low to very low to no carbohydrate version of Eat by Design. And then we can play around different variations of that with you, but this is where the glucometer has blown my mind. And again, what a glucometer does is, I'm not going to do it right now because I'm running out of sticks, but these sticks for the glucometer have a microchip in them. Okay, so I'll take the microchip and I'll stick it in. And so what it does is I would prick myself, which I'm not going to do right now. So, right, so just the end of your thumb, and I would take my blood. And so I take my blood, and I'll do that in the morning, and then I'll do that, and there's a more detailed process here, but I'll do it basically when I'm getting hungry. And so what I do is I track what my glucose levels are. So what I'm looking at is when do I actually not have energy? Right? A lot of times, and we've found this, my wife's been doing it, my father-in-law's been doing it, and here's what we found. We found that a lot of times, you think you're hungry, but your body has tons of energy. And so what is that hunger from? Is it from our training of, well, it's breakfast time, it's lunchtime, it's supper time? Is it from a blood sugar dysregulation problem where there's a kind of a mixed signal about being full and feeling hungry? Am I just thirsty? Am I tired? And so if you continue to fuel your body, especially with carbohydrates, when the blood sugar levels are higher, think of it like a tank with oil and water. You're topping it up, right? And just up and up and up. You've got to siphon off some of that first before you can put more fuel in. And I've been doing this personally for 6 weeks to determine when I eat every day. And I was already generally fit and kind of working towards a lot of these things for the last decade. It's honestly, guys, it's honestly blown my mind to the point where I'm going to try and create a system around this to help some of the clients utilize this. So we'll come back to it, but here's what I want you to know. Earn your carbs. If you are working hard, if you're active, and I mean like workout active, you can handle more carbohydrate. And that's really what it comes down to. If you're not, you're going to do better with proteins and fats. Okay?